Hiya guys, welcome one and all to Surviving Darkout. Now this is an absolutely brilliant game, especially if you like the likes of Terraria and Minecraft. It's just come out on the server in open beta within the last week. Well, what does that mean, I hear you ask? Well, basically before last week, it was only playable as a closed alpha, so only people who Darkout chose to test the game were allowed to test, obviously behind closed doors. But now, like I say, I think about 5 or 6 days ago now, it actually went live on the server for anyone to buy for the small price of $9.99. And for that $9.99, you get instant access to the open beta, which is this that I'm playing now. And obviously, as well as that, you get all your updates free when they come out. And obviously, you've already paid for the full game when that comes around as well. So first thing I'm going to tell you guys, if you do go out and buy it, which from watching the videos, I'm guessing most of you will, because it's a damn good looking game and it's a good playing game. The first thing you need to do when you buy it off the server is go back to the Darkout page on the server and click on the Connect tab at the end, just underneath the video. Now what that will do is, that will connect your server account to the Darkout game for you, and within a few minutes you will get an email sent to your email address that the server is connected to, and that will give you your Darkout username and password. Now the password is one of these really long, obtuse passwords that you're never going to remember off the top of your head. But once you have those, you can go to the Darkout website, use your username and password to log in, and then change your password to something that you will be able to remember. Once you've done that, you can load up the game and use your username and password, obviously, to log in. And once we log in, we're presented with this menu here. The first thing we want to do is create a new character, because we don't have any characters created just yet. So we will create one. Obviously we will call him Ringo. Or her, because he plays a female at the moment. Create the character. Then you select the character that you've just created. And then you need to create a world. So click on create, give it a name. We're going to be really clever here and call this one Ringo World. You can have small, medium or large. Why not set it to large? I don't know why anybody would choose small when you've got small, medium and large. World number, I don't really know what that does. Random world, well I think it presents you with a random world anyways, so I'm not too sure what that does just yet neither. But once you've done that, you click on create world. And there it is just there, and then when you click on the world now, the game is going to pause. Don't get too scared guys, it hasn't crashed. It can just take a few minutes, and by a few minutes I mean, you know, sometimes up to 3 or 4 minutes to actually get you in game from this point. As long as this screen stays up, then don't worry, it hasn't crashed, it is just loading. We'll click on that now and you'll be able to see. There you are, I'm moving the mouse around but the cursor's stuck and the sound stopped and everything, so oh no, has it crashed, has it crashed? No, it hasn't. Bear with it, give it time to load. It's creating your brand new world for the first time, so obviously it is going to take a little while longer than normal before you do get into the game. But once you save the game and jump back in, it does come in a lot quicker. Oh, here we go. I'm in the world. There's like buildings over here. I've only had a quick go before, but I've never seen any of this before. I mean, there's a lot of monsters standing there waiting as well, so there's no chance I'm going across there just yet. But yeah, we're in the game now, as you can see. We'll have a few jellyfish floating around. They do harm you. You have these nasty looking red-eyed monsters over here as well, which do throw stuff at you and fire stuff at you to try and kill you. But yeah, and this is it in the game world. As you can see, the lighting looks lovely. The graphics aren't too bad. We can shift and scroll wheel to zoom in and zoom back out. You can even zoom quite far out so you can see quite a distance around you, as you can see there. Now again, please do bear in mind guys, like I've just said, this game is in open beta at the moment, which basically means you buy it on the server, and then you get this version of the game, the latest version of the game. You'll then get all your feature updates for free, etc, etc, like you're used to with Minecraft and Terraria. So as you can see here, I'll just close that again so you can see what I've done. Right clicking on this hunk of junk, this is our crash spaceship by the way. You right click on it and that opens the container. So obviously this is classed as a container, and right clicking on it will open it to show you the contents. If you then shift and left click on each individual item, that will, if we press tab or click on inventory, you'll see that everything has been moved across to the inventory there. And the first thing I want to do is start putting stuff in our hotbar here. So we'll move our gun up first. For some reason I don't need to do this, I don't think, but I like to put my bullets for the gun just underneath it there. And we will then get out the axe and the pickaxe, put those there. We'll put the shovel there. Combinator, you'll get to see that soon. Torches, I don't really think we need them, but we'll put them there anyways. Then we also have flares and a lamp. Okie dokie. So now we've got stuff in our hotbar at the top. We can use our scroll wheel with all of that, like crafting window, as long as that's closed, and as long as that's closed, you can just use your scroll wheel to scroll between. Otherwise, you can press the correct number button. Yeah, as you can see there. So pressing number 3 moves us along, pressing number 4, etc, etc. But literally, once you have number 2 selected, like I have now, or if it was number 7 or whatever, you get the idea. But anyways, left clicking will perform the action in the top box, and right clicking will perform the action in the bottom box. Now, the bullets by themselves do not have an action, so all we need to do here is left click, aim at the enemy and left click, and then go down like a sack of potatoes. Just going to zoom out a little bit more. Now here, watch, if I then choose number 3, you can see that something in this box here, either on the top or the bottom, interacts with this thing because it turns it green when I hover over. Now if you try and use the axe, that works, and it works quite well. What about if we try and use the pickaxe by right clicking instead? Yep, she'll also use the pickaxe to bash that about. But as you can see, it takes a little bit longer, so it looks as if the axe itself is a better weapon. And obviously, if you use a better tool, if you use a better tool for the job, it will complete that job faster. So again, we're just taking apart our spaceship. You'll see why in a second. There we go, spaceship completely destroyed. Now if we have a look in our inventory again, that has given us 10 leathers, 10 glass, 10 buckets of tar, and 50 scrap metals. Now we're quite safe at the moment, it isn't too... Oh, bloody hell, look at all those. Definitely not going that way very quickly, am I? No. Right, yes, that's what I was going to do. Okay, so down the bottom you have remote and research. Remote does nothing at the moment, that is for a future edition. But research, as you can see, I have 110 research points there at the moment, and all these different things costing different amounts of research that I can research. So, I don't know, let's do this leather suit here. We'll do the legs, the helmet, and the body. You can only research 3 things at a time. Watch, if I try and do a 4th one, max number of research items in queue, and only 1 thing per time will be researched. So it's not as if all those 3 things will disappear at once. It'll do the first one, then it'll move on to the second, and then the third. You get the idea. As you can see, that has took my research points away from me as well. It's not a problem. Keeping an eye out for any bad guys getting close. These jellyfish fire some nasty little spikes at you, which do damage. There's our health up the top. Now at the moment, obviously with it being in beta, they've kind of like sped up all the different things you can do. Oh no! Run! Yeah, I'm going to die, but it's going to be good so you can see actually what happens. Like I say, well, like I was going to say before I start getting killed, it is in beta at the moment, so they have give you the features and give you like research points and stuff, and things get researched a hell of a lot quicker than what they probably will do once the game is more fleshed out. But that is just basically so people can test out these functions rather than have to play for hours and hours on end just to try and craft something and then find out there's a bug and it doesn't work. So yeah, I mean, obviously that's great for beta testing. It doesn't mean that the game is going to be, I mean, as you can see, look, for instance, I've nearly fully researched these leather boots already. The game itself, when it's finished, I very much doubt it's going to let you research things as quickly as this. I very much doubt it's going to throw all these enemies on you as quickly as what it does at the moment. But again, all these features are in like this at the minute because it's a test version, so it all makes sense. So yeah, we have things getting researched there, and once those have been researched, they will show up in the crafting menu, under suits, obviously, because there you go. I can't build them yet, we haven't finished researching them, but that's where they are. As you can see, we have ammo. At the minute, the only ammo we can make is arrows, which is no good because we don't have a weapon to put it in. And you get the idea, there's resources so we can turn sand to glass, we can turn scrap metal into tin bars, etc, etc. Have a few different bits of furniture, a couple of weapons, a sword and a bow, a few tools, etc, etc. I'm not going to go through all those just yet. So basically the aim of the game is, like any other game like this, is to survive, first of all, explore, loot, scavenge, do whatever you can. And I'm going to die any second here, no doubt. Oh, not quite yet. But anyways, again, when you die at the moment, guys, you just respawn where you first spawned in. So, where was that? That was like here, wasn't it? So I'll just spawn in back here with all my stuff. I won't lose any of my stuff at the moment. Again, it's for testing purposes. I'm sure in the final game, if you die, you will at least drop your stuff where you died. You will not spawn back at your save point with all your stuff on you like you do at the moment. But anyways, there you go. You can see my leather pants have been, or my leather boots or whatever, have been researched now. Obviously, I don't have all the necessary parts to make that. I need... Oh, that's suit 2. It's suit 1. I would need 2 tin bars and a glass jar. I don't know why I need a glass jar to make leggings, but hey ho! Right, first thing we want to start doing, let's go into the safer direction for starters. Yeah, there's another little thing at the moment. Again, you can easily forgive it because it is in beta. But as you can see, you should start drowning the longer you're underwater, and the oxygen meter does pop up and it takes a tiny bit off, but it never gets any lower at the moment. But again, that's something that will be fixed in due time. Alright, so we have our axe out. And we start chopping this massive tree down. And in true Terraria style, we get wood falling from the sky. What happened there? I didn't see that. Never mind. Never mind. We started just here with all our stuff, like I say. That was you, wasn't it? Nasty little jellyfish. We get our axe back out. We'll chop down this tree as well. As you can see, we're running out of bullets as well, so we're going to want to get ourselves a house set up pretty soon so we have somewhere safe. These lovely looking plants that emit lots of lovely light, we can also dig those up. I'm not exactly sure what we can do with them at the moment, but it's a crafting item you can use. And as you can see, it gets rid of a bit of the light there as well. Now we have meters up the top here, a shadow meter and a light meter. I think the higher the shadow and the lower the light, the worse it is for us. That's not exactly true at the moment, but especially as they start adding more features to the game and what have you, those will play a much bigger part in you trying to survive. But we've got some wood now. Let's chop down one more tree just to make sure we have enough. There we are. Lots of lovely nice. Whoa! Where you guys come from? Right. Okie dokie. Alright, I'm just going to start my house here, I think. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to lay some foundations first. So again, I'm using the left mouse button to just click, and that will use up. I don't want to. There, flat. That's what I want. That will use the item in the top box. Ah, right. That's why I couldn't dig that bit, because there was another plant sitting on top of it. There we are. That's what I wanted to do. There we are. Do a bit more. Dirty gits. So as you can see, if you try and take away a block that has something on top of it, it comes up red, which is a good indicator to let you know that something's blocking your way. Just make myself a nice level bit of ground here. Right, so now we should be able to start. Well, we could already start some crafting, but we've got quite a bit of wood, so we want to make wall wood. Why can't I make those, please? Ah, right, yes, of course. I've got logs. I don't have wood, I have logs. So the first thing I need to go down to is resources. In resources, there you can see, we can make wood from logs. Some things take a lot longer than others to craft. As you can see, wood's quite quick at the moment. We're just going to try and turn as much of this as possible, as much of the logs as possible, into wood. That'll do for now, actually. How many do we have? Oh, wow. Quite a lot. Dirt, wood. I've only got 2 logs left. So now we can go back to building blocks, and we can go to wall wood. And you see we've got back wall wood as well there as well. I'll explain that to you in a moment. Just want to get rid of this bad guy. Lovely. Alright, let's make some wooden wall pieces. As you can see over on the right hand side, it's taken 1 bit of wood to make 1 bit of wood wall. I want to give myself a nice big frame for a house. Works very similar to Terraria, where you can place back walls and side and top and bottom walls, if you know what I mean. Let's make 30 bits. And then what I also want to do is make a lot of back wall. I'll just keep an eye on screen for any enemies that are coming too close. Again, like I say, it's not too much of a big deal, because when we die, we're just spawning again, with all the stuff that we had on us anyways. And we aren't too far away from our original spawn location at the moment. But, you know, I do like to try and play it as properly as possible, so we'll try not to die, or we'll try to die as little as possible. 30 bits of back wall will do as well, super duper. Now we have those. Let's add the back wall to the bottom, and the wall to the top. Doesn't matter where I put them. But that just means if we then close the crafting menu, we can just scroll up to number 5. And there you go, you can see we have the back wall wood at the bottom, so that's a right click, and the wall wood for a left click. First thing we want to do is lay down some ground. I'm going to go 12 across. There we are. Oh, actually, yeah, I needed some of that as well, didn't I? I'll show you what else I need. Building blocks, we obviously need wooden doors. We'll get 2 of those bad boys made. Super. Put those there. Right, now I believe we must place one more, and then we can place our doors. Lovely. And then if we left click, that opens and closes the doors, as you can see. Lovely jubbly. And now we have our back walls to fill in. Probably going to need a few more. Don't think I've made enough. Certainly haven't made enough. I'm nowhere near. Shouldn't be a problem though. Do I have enough wood left? We've only got 6 wood. So we might need to go out and chop a few more trees. I'll tell you what. We'll turn these logs into more wood first. Lovely jubbly, and then we've got 14 more bits of wood we can turn into back walls. Dirt wall back, there we are. Oh, I'm making dirt walls there, man. I don't want dirt walls, I want wooden walls. Herb dirt. Let's put those down there for now. Wooden walls, man. Back wall wood, that's what I want. Gonna be able to get another 14 pieces of this, but then I might need to finish them off with some mud walls. Actually, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, put those back there. Super duper. Let's close the inventory using tab. And we'll get these bad boys placed down. As you can see, there's already a bit of dirt wall behind us there since we've dug out the floor. The background hasn't disappeared, and we can get rid of those if we wanted this to be all wood and all look uniform. We could destroy those by building a sledgehammer and then shift clicking on it. Yeah, we're out of wood now, but we've got lots of dirt, so we're just going to create some dirt back walls now to finish it off. Where's it at? Dirt wall back, there we are. I think we need about 20 pieces or something actually, I think. I'm going to do 21, don't know why, but that sounds right. Right, so we'll place the rest of these down, and there you go. Look, as you can see, because this is dirt and that was dirt, it's merging. It doesn't seem to be, as you can tell actually, it's not quite as uniform as the wood. It's obviously harder to work with, but it does fill up the space. And there we are, look at that. We've got a house, people! We can be safe. Now the first thing I like to do, I don't know if I should be doing this or not, is place that down and turn it on. And there we are, we've got some lovely light in the house now. I keep forgetting as well, as soon as your research is done, you can start researching more stuff. Well, you can if you have the points anyways. Now it seems, right, I've been playing, obviously I've had a couple of tries of this before, guys. Games that I haven't saved, or I have saved and then deleted. And I've started a new game, as you've seen, for this video. But there's a few things that were in this research list in other games that I researched and seem to have stayed in my crafting list for this new character as well. That again, that's probably a bug. I can't see that being a feature of a later update or the finished game. But things like copper bars, rubber, I had to research those in a different game. Sulfur, I had to research that. It might be changed now with an update. That might be why they're already in the crafting list. But I think it has something to do with stuff that I've crafted in the past in other games. But again, you've got to forgive it because it is a really early beta version of the game. Yes, it is open beta, so you can play it as soon as you buy it, but it is beta. So just remember that if you just go and buy it. Yeah, because I had to research that. So stuff that I've researched in other games is staying researched at the moment. Give